Hey guys, Aaron here. Welcome back to the channel. Today we'll be reviewing this Hoover Windtunnel 2 whole house rewind upright vacuum cleaner. And I'll be going over what I like and don't like about it. I will also be demonstrating it a little later on. So let's get started with it. Why is it? Yeah, Katie's joining again. Katie never leaves me alone. Which is fine, I suppose, but when I'm recording, kind of a different story. So let's start with down here. So, there's a little see-through thing. I did clean it up a little bit, but it's still pretty dirty. This part will always be dirty. Same for the bin. And here's something I should probably mention. It says 2 channels of suction. There isn't. Basically. At least, not that I know of. Unless they mean something else, because there's only one hose line and it goes to there. And of course it says it pulls 12 amps, which is a lot. Yeah. Hoover. Floor adjustments. So you got hard floor, which actually boosts it up a bit. Low carpet. And then 3, 4, and 5, which just basically make it go higher up. I'm gonna keep it on low carpet because this is, as you can see, a very low carpet, and it's pretty much the same out there where it's actually carpeted. And it was wet there, isn't it? Like, what's up with that? Where's the water coming from? Maybe it's coming from there. That's not good. Over here, well, actually we're just gonna rotate this. This thing's actually not that heavy. Stupid trucks outside gotta be making noise. But this pedal here turns the brush roll off. So right now it'll be always on, but when you recline it, which is this pedal here, now the brush roll is activated, but on here, see how it goes down a little bit? That means it has deactivated it. And you push it down like this, so it's always off. That way when you're doing hard floors, it won't kick it back at you. It'll actually, like, suck it all up. Obviously, you got the hose that goes up and around. And up and into the bucket. On-off switch. Here's your attachments. You got an extension one that actually gets longer than that, as you can see. Crevice attachment. Turbo brush, which doesn't work at all. And the dusting tool, which I actually use a fair bit. Here is your cord, and you see it comes out of there. And then over here, push on this, and it rewinds it. Here is the bucket, and there's the innards. It's where the airflow goes to the motor, which is down here, and then it comes back up through here and out there. And I'm going to get into that system a little bit because there's something about it that I find annoying. Also, it does have a Hepa filter. Why is it so wet? Where's all this water coming from? Like, you guys see that? Where's all that? It wasn't wet like this a second ago. There's no water damage up there. I had it sitting over there, so I don't know where that came from. Unless it really did come from the bin. So yeah, Hepa Filtration. Always a big plus. And that's not the only filter. Because that's just, I need 2 hands for that, so. Yeah, I don't know where the water came from. Obviously on the bottom, you got the push button to open up the door. In there you can kind of see it, there's the second filter. Mainly to keep dust from going into the motor. And then there's the third filter, which prevents stuff from going into the filter, I think. I don't know what that does really. So I'll tell you one thing, is that it's not as bad as you might think. But I might go over with some of the cons first, just because they're the only ones I can really think of right now. The first one is that this brush roller is incredibly loud. Which I guess wouldn't be a big deal, but for me it is. The second con is because this motor gets really hot. So, and it happens to vent right in here where the cord is. And then it vents through there. Let's see if maybe you can like, yeah. So when this has been like hot for a while, you go pull out some cord, you're gonna be pulling out, the cord's gonna be hot. So yeah. Another con I have is that it takes like you have to undo like 6 screws on the bottom to service it. That's not really ideal. Another con is this roller is not effective in any way. It barely works. But yeah. I'd say it's bad for the cons. The pros is that it why can't I talk to him? I like that this extends, okay? Like, I actually do really like that. But I should point out one extra con that I did in fact forget, is that I don't like this wedge attachment very much. It's because it's not real thin. But here's a pro that I like, is this. So you don't accidentally detach the hose. See, it doesn't come out. Another pro that I like is how low this is, where you have to put like minimal effort to get to this, where it's not like way up here, it's down here, so it's a lot easier for your foot to reach. So yeah, this is the Hoover Windtunnel 2 whole house rewind, and a little while later I will give you a demonstration when I vacuum the house, but that won't not be right now, because now is just not the time to do that, because I'm still like half asleep. Well, not like half asleep, well, kind of. Still waking up, I'll just say that. But yeah, a little later on, I'll get you a demonstration video on it. We'll be on our way. But, so this is probably, my second favorite vacuum I've ever used. My absolute favorite one that I've ever used was the Bissell Pet Hair Eraser. That thing was my favorite vacuum of all time. It had like the swivel on the bottom of it, which was really nice. The brush roller was not loud at all. It was actually quite quiet. Had some cool little lights on it, but it had a bunch of unnecessary gadgets and stuff on it that I found kind of pointless on it. And one of the big things that I did not like about it was that down there, like, instead of that being like way over there, it would be like right there, like the belt would be in the middle, which would be like a humongous blind spot. So that was something that I definitely had problems with on it. Overall, it was a good machine though. If I never had that one, this would definitely take top spot, because this is actually a really nice vacuum. I think they retail for like $150. And I'd say my third most favorite vacuum was the Bissell CleanView 2. And then below that would be, well, we used to have an Eureka. I don't remember very much about it because we didn't have it for very long. I think we had a CleanView Revolution at some time too, but I never really used it, so I don't really know. But yeah, the CleanView 2 was pretty good. It was well built. It even had like a little headlight at the bottom. And actually below that would actually be the Bissell Power Force Helix, and then the Eureka. And then below that would probably be the Power Force Compact, which, listen people, don't buy a Power Force Compact. They're absolute crap. Just don't even bother with them. Save the money and get a more proper machine. You will not regret it. And I suppose below that would probably be pretty much any Dirt Devil vacuum that I've ever used. Because, people, let's face it, Dirt Devil does not make good machines at all. They are incredibly noisy and they hardly do the work right. You have to pass over the same area like 3 times before it'll actually pick up anything. But yeah. Sorry for wasting all that time. I'll probably put a timestamp to skip over the action. Oh yeah, there's something I didn't check. There's a system check indicator right here. You can see if it's red, then any of these might be possible, meaning you have to do filtered, or it's dirty, or it's clogged. Either way, this will change over to red. So yeah, I'll get a demo later. So yeah, I'll see you then.